Hello YouTube friends, it's me Barbara with Wigs and Fluff. Today I'm going to be talking to you about something that bothers me on occasion. I live with my grandchildren. I have three. I have plenty more grandchildren, but three of them live with me and they pay me rent, and it's just a good place for them to be right now because everything is so expensive and so high. Sometimes when I'm around them, I get a little bit nervous about my biological hair. I don't always wear a wig 24/7. So sometimes I take it off and I like to take a little break and let my head air out and stuff like that. And I get a little nervous about being around them when I don't have a wig on, because my biological hair is so thin that I'm not afraid of scaring them. It just looks really bad. So sometimes I put something on my head, and these are some of the things that I do. So I was just going to show you. This is the Voltage. I was wearing that this morning when I went out for my coffee. Love the Voltage. But here I go. Don't be too shocked. Oh, it's caught on my earring. Let me put the Voltage back on its head. Okay, so one of the things I do is I take my little head scarf and I put it on, and I'll wear it around, something about like that. And I'll go around with that. Sometimes I'll put whatever ponytail I have and put it back there. So that's one way. It's just something that I do. Here's another one. This is just a headband, but it can work just as well too, if you want to do that. It just gives you a little bit of a difference. Sometimes I put on a ball cap and just wear the ball cap with maybe whatever ponytail I can manage. That works too. When you just don't feel like wearing a wig, where it's just too much. That's what I do sometimes. Okay, so there's another thing I can do. I can get a scarf like this, a real pretty scarf, and I can make myself a head turban with it. These things are fun to do. And you can tie it at the back. Wear it something like this, tied at the back, and that works too. That's just another way to cover up your hair if you're a little sensitive about it, like me. I don't like going in front of my grandchildren looking with my hair so flat and my hair so thin the way it is. So these are some of the things that I do. Sometimes you just can't wear a wig. Maybe it's the end of the day. That's usually when I have my issues. It's like 5 o'clock in the evening and I'm ready to take my wig off and wander around the house. So these are some of the things that I do. Sometimes I even do this. Kind of silly, but sometimes I do it. So anyways, those are some of the things that I do when I don't feel like wearing a wig. I'm going to put the Voltage right back on. Here we go. We can get that tag in the back like I always do. Put it all over my forehead first and then scoot it back and down just the way. So that's just a little tip. There's my Voltage back on my head. I have so many compliments on this little wig. Everybody loves this, and the color. The color is a real platinum. It looks almost gray, but it's just a beautiful color. And I get a lot of compliments on the Voltage. So those are some of the things that I do when I'm not real comfortable wearing just my hair in front of my grandchildren. It's just kind of scary. I'm not married. I don't have a husband right now, so it's not something I worry about at night. Maybe you do. Maybe you have a husband, and maybe you don't like having your hair so thin at night. So those are some of the things that I do. And maybe you can work out some things that you can do at night while you're sleeping next to your husband. I just didn't have that problem when my husband was around. So anyways, I want to talk to you about something else today. Things are getting scarier and scarier in Russia, aren't they? And in the Ukraine. They get worse and worse every day. And I want to talk to you about that. We've been talking and studying about fear and how we're supposed to pray, read the Bible, and go to church. And that's what we're called to do. God hasn't called us to do anything other than that. And that's what we need to do. That's called standing firm in your faith. That no matter what happens, it's all going to be all right. God has this in control. And we don't have to fear. It's all going to be okay. So, don't fear. Okay? It's all going to be all right. I promise. Okay.